Good evening, everybody. How you doing? This is Willie Stevens. I'm coming on doing my webinar. My webinar is going to be about event planning. Pretty much, I chose this topic because studying that this morning in my class at Full Sail with Mr. David Painter. Just want to thank you for joining me and thank you for taking the time out to share this with me. I'm going to get right into everything. Let me pull up my screen share. Hold on a second. Share my presentation I put together. Hold on a second. Get this thing set up. For some reason it's acting up. Go to my navigator. Get it back in the right spot. Guys, sorry about this. Thought I had everything set up. Alright. Now we're in the right spot. Okay. Again. Let's get this screen share going. Alright. In the right spot. Alright. Slide only. Alright. Let's get this party started now. Alright. Get this slide working. Alright. Again, just to give you a little bit about what's going on here. Didn't want to show this view. Let me try to get it off this view. I don't really want to necessarily show this view. I really want to show the slide only. Alright. See this thing going. Okay, guys, bear with me. Alright, I guess we can't get around it. We gotta show this view. But let's see if I can kind of control how much you guys actually see of the actual slide that I got. Okay, let's get started. Again, we're gonna be talking about event planning. Event planning in itself, to me, I describe event planning like this, sort of like a recipe. You have your individual parts, and you go by organized and strategic set of rules to bring those parts together to produce something that was greater than the individual parts themselves. In the business world, we call this synergy, and that's what I believe it really is all about: synergy, creating something greater than the individual units that were involved in the making of it. Give you a little bit about myself. My name is Willie Stevens. I'm a student here at Full Sail, 34 years old, and have about, I would say, 13 years in event planning, party promotions, public relations, branding, marketing, in that field. In 2011, I came back to Full Sail. I decided to come to Full Sail to get a greater understanding of the entertainment business and the inner workings of. So I came back. I got my first master's degree in the entertainment business. I'm back in school now, getting my second master's degree in public relations to really try to get more specific as to what I want to do in the entertainment business. As far as event planning though, I worked for I worked for one event venue and one event company and two sports teams. Not to mention consulting work that I've done on my own. I've done branding, I've done street team, I've done event setup, from booking artists to booking venues to sponsorship, cooperation. I've done staff hiring, um, project management, event management, ticket sales. I've done pretty much everything, every aspect except for security. I can't say that I've done security. I've arranged security, but I can't say that I've done security. I like to say I'm a lover, not a fighter, so didn't actually get into that piece. But it's a very important piece, a very important piece. You gotta have security, gotta have security. Um, let's go down to our next slide, event planning and strategy. As you see, we have a chessboard, and to me, that's the essence of being an event planner and planning that strategy. You have to, in chess, they say you have to stay moves, at least 5 moves ahead of your opponent, and I believe that you have to stay ahead of everything. You have to see trouble before it happens. You have to, from the beginning, know what things could possibly go wrong. Have contingencies for those things. You have to have a definite direction and place that you're going with your event. You need to have done the proper research to cover yourself and know that any mishap can be handled, will be handled, and that the event will ultimately be successful. The means do definitely come to an end. So that's what I really think about when you talk about planning and strategy. Doing proper research on all aspects of the project, from requirements from government entities to requirements from the participants themselves. So just getting all your ducks in a row and making sure everything and every actual stone is turned over when you talk about starting an event, completing an event, and making it a success. One of the first things I tell people, or that I ask when somebody tells me, well, I'm thinking about doing this event, I'm thinking about holding this function, I ask them the first thing, where is it going to be at? I think that's quite naturally the first question that people are asked. So when you say event logistics, though, that is, what do you call, the foundation, the meat and potatoes of any event. That being said, you have to think about a couple of things. First being the place where you're going to have it. Second, you want to think about time. When I say time, I mean date and actual time of day that you're going to have it. You really want to know what's going on with, your venue, what type of venue it is. Is it geared more towards an urban audience, or is it a suburban place where suburban people will go? You want to know, when you talk about time, okay, what's a good time of day to have this? When will people be more apt to come? What time of day? In the evenings or early in the day? I deal a lot with Christian people. So the later you have things, the less people tend to show up, especially when you're talking about a weekend event, say on a Saturday. But why? Because people are getting ready to go to church. So if you want to do something on a Saturday, quite naturally, you want to do it earlier in the day. You want to have it ending at a decent time. College kids, the later the better. They party all night. So the time of day is different. The time of year is important. You want to think about when are people getting income tax checks? When are people paying their income tax checks? When are college kids getting their loan checks? Um, when are most people's bills due? When do most people get paid? You want to try to consider everything when you talk about logistics. How, you want to look at what's going on around you. Who else is having an event? Is there anything that would keep my event from being successful? You want to eliminate as much as possible when you talk about competition with your event. You want to be really on your event day. You want to have a monopoly on everybody's attention to your event. So try not to plan your event, within 2 or 3 weeks of another major event. Really, if you could, depending on the market, you want to be the only event for that month. I live in Albany, Georgia, so most of the time there's, we might go 2 or 3 months without a major event. Sometimes you might have a spurt where there's a major event going on every week. So plan your times out. It's going to maximize the people, maximize the maximize your target's income potential and possibility to come to your event. Maximize their time to actually attend your event, and maximize the location that will best fit your target audience preference. So moving right along, we're going to talk about event promotion. Event promotion is very important. Of course, you have to let people know what you're doing, why you're doing it, who's doing it, who will be there, why should they be there. So promotion is very key. That's the next thing out. That's the next thing you really want to focus on after you get your logistics done. Your promotion. You want to know how far out do I need to promote to give the people enough time to actually process the fact that they want to go. This is an event I would love to attend. So that's very key. You want to consider what's the best type of promotion for your target market. For instance, my capstone is a car wash. My research showed me that car washes, a majority of their customers are elderly people. So I wouldn't spend much time doing social media and web web advertisement, because these are people that still get the Sunday paper. These are people that still watch the nightly news every night. These are people that still listen to the radio quite regularly. So I would spend my time more on traditional marketing with them, as well as just as well. On the other hand, if I was planning on doing a concert with Chris Brown or a younger artist, I would take full advantage of social media. I would take full advantage of different things like Eventbrite or Facebook, Twitter. Use Ticketmaster for my tickets so they can purchase online. Just you have to cater your promotions and your marketing efforts towards the best way to reach your audience. And you want to spend equitably on those different things. You want to know what's the most effective and what's the least effective, and put most of your efforts and money into the one that's going to give the broadest and the most effective reach to that group or audience. Again, I'll move on to ship sinkers, things that ultimately kill whatever you're trying to do and sabotage whatever you're trying to do. The first thing is yourself as an event planner, being what we call a micromanager, someone who wants their hands on everything, someone who doesn't trust the people around them to do what they're capable of doing or what they profess they're capable of doing. The ability to let go and empower people to make decisions and use what they ultimately have and the skills they have to make what you do successful. As you see, you'll hear Mr. Bacon actually talk about this particular thing as far as being a micromanager, being a doer, um, putting your hands on everything when all you have to do is ask somebody to do it, empower somebody, let go of the leashes, as they say, to focus on things that may need your attention more than what you're actually doing. So that's one thing I would say, being a micromanager. Another one is not providing timely information to your target market, not providing timely information to your staff, and those things will kill you. Communication is always key in any endeavor that you're trying to do, especially when you talk about event planning, because as things come up, as they will come up, you have to be able to communicate and get the information to the right person so that things will be handled. Um, Another thing that can definitely sink your ship, I think, is would be disrespect. Disrespect. Making someone feel that they aren't important, making somebody feel that their efforts aren't just as important as anybody else's effort. The DJ is no greater than the security guy. The security guy is no greater than the cleanup crew. Um, Whatever. The street team's no greater than the marketing strategist or marketing manager that you have. Everybody's the same. Everybody's contributing. So make them feel like that, make them know that, and you won't sink your ship. It just, everything will work better for you. Best practices, I would say, is one of the greatest things you can do is network. Network, network, network. One of the greatest key things you can have as an event planner is access. When I say access, you know who to call when something is missing, when something goes wrong. You always have a favor that you can ask somebody, a pay it forward or pay it back. Networking is key. Whether it be being able to call your lawyer friend and ask him about various legal aspects of your event, being able to call a commissioner and call a local county commissioner up, and getting access to a venue that somebody else may not have been able to get access to. So just being in a network, getting to know as many people as you can, that's very important. Another thing, best practices, know all the information that you can. Know the legal implications of everything you're doing. Always, always, always check up on that. Know what kind of insurance you need. Know what kind of clearance you need. Know what kind of licenses you need. Those are very important. You have to always stay abreast of those kind of issues, legal issues. Okay. Next we're gonna go ahead and get into our slide. We're gonna go get into our interview with Mr. Bacon. And see if we can get our interview going here. Alright. Let's see. This is our interview slide, I think. No. Here we go. We get our interview going. Alright. Just hope you guys enjoy this particular interview. It's with Bert Bacon, good friend of mine. He does event planning for Greater Second Mount Olive Baptist Church here in Albany. He's been doing this thing for 9 years. So I think he has something important to say, and I think he has some great insights. Some of the stuff I've covered, some of his own twist on things. So about a 2-minute video, so you guys enjoy. And that's pretty much it, guys. I thank you guys for watching this. Thank you guys for participating. It's been real fun talking to you all. It's been real fun talking to you guys, and just hope you guys enjoyed it and learned something, and I appreciate you. All right, and I'll be signing off. Thanks a lot. All right, that's gonna do it for me tonight. On my webinar, look for more stuff coming. I like this technology. I'll be using it. I think I'll be using it again. Trying to do something with my church and with my clients that I have, and it should be real cool. So again, peace.